Now, when we think about communication in the computer, we think about analog and digital data. The question is, what is analog data? These two things are very important. And when we think about analog data, we mean physical data that changes smoothly from one value to the other. So this is typically analog data. It's kind of sinusoidal. Me speaking right now, it's analog. So if you measure a temperature of something, typically it's in analog form, but it could be converted to a digital form depending on the kind of thermometer you're using. So the next thing we want to look at is, what is digital data? So a digital data can only be represented by discrete or discontinuous values. So digital data is only 1 and 0. So typically you want to know, don't forget this, computers only understand ones and zeros. Ones and zeros, that's the only thing a computer understands. So now the question is, how is the computer understanding me speaking analog, giving it analog data? That's where we think about data conversion. So for a computer to understand analog data, it has to be converted. So we have what we call an analog to digital data converter. So I'm speaking on the mic. This is how my voice is. Inside your computer, you have an analog to digital converter. It converts it to ones and zeros. Then the computer can understand it. And like I said, the computer only understands digital data, ones and zero. Our real world data measurement is in what? Analog form. Your temperature, your humidity, your voice, whatever, it's in analog form. So to be transformed, you need an analog to digital converter in your computer. Your phone has it. When you're making a phone call, that has to be converted. Your tablet, your computer, whatever, it has one. So that's how come that happens. So it converts from this sine waves into ones and zeros, meaning, or you can say high and low, but it's 1 and 0. That's what we call digital data. And then we also have what? A digital to analog converter. As I speak, you are able to hear me, and you hearing me, meaning what? That information reaching you is in analog form through your earphone, through your headphones. So it means your computer has an analog to digital converter, or ADC, or a digital to analog converter called what? DAC. So these are very important. So your computer can convert between analog to digital and digital to analog. So I will leave you with this. Think about this. You don't have to forget again. Digital means ones and zeros. Continuous data, while analog means what? Discontinuous data, or you can call it sinusoidal, continuously changing data, while digital is what? Ones and zeros. See you in the next video when we'll look at main components of a computer system. Bye bye.